welcome to the last show of 2013 and a happy new year to all our retrocore fans. So what do we have in today's show? Well, I've just been having a look in the old games covered there, and I've picked out a few beauties, well, maybe a few shitties. So first we have this one. This is Appleseed for the Super Famicom. Complete and utter crap. In fact, it's so bad. It looks unfinished. I'll point out why later on. Also for the Sega Saturn, I picked up this. This is Amok. Not too sure how it plays. To be honest, I've never really given it much time. So I'm going to look into it today for the first time ever, really. And for the Sega Mega Drive, we've got Pulseman. Now this is one of those Japanese games that cost an awful lot of money. Usually around about 10,000 yen, or even a bit more these days. But is it any good? Well, let's check it out first.
In progress.
Okay, so here we go with Pulseman. Now when you first start the game, you can choose from one of three stages, one being Japan, America and India, but we'll go to Japan since that's the default stage 1. Now instantly you'll see that the game is really colourful and it has a sort of a pastel-y look to it, more than the standard vibrant Mega Drive look. So as you can just see, we just picked up what's known as a pulse bomb, or I think that's what they're called. And I have absolutely no idea how to use them. I guess I should read the instruction manual. But it's certainly not any of the buttons on the controller or any combination of buttons that I can work out. In fact, maybe they don't even do anything. So what sort of weapons does Pulseman have? Well, considering this game was originally called Spark, he's a spark of electricity. And as you can see here, he can travel along wires using his amazing techniques. Apart from that, he's also got like a lightning bolt which he can throw out, which you just saw then. And he can do some sort of oh, that wasn't very good, was it? Straight down the hole. And anyway, he can do some sort of a flip kick as well. Here you go, he's just done a bit of a flip kick. So it's got a few different varieties of attack there. But the one thing that does let this game down, and you know, it really is annoying, is the way Pulseman moves. Now when you start walking, it's walking at a reasonable slowish pace, and then as he gains more momentum, it just speeds up. Now while in theory this is a good idea, it doesn't really come up that well in the game. You know, many times you can be walking along at a decent pace and then suddenly you'll speed up and you go straight into an enemy, and the enemy comes on that fast that you don't have a chance to react, which can be quite annoying. And also while you're walking slowly, it does feel a little bit sluggish. Because of this decision, it is pretty not bad in controls, but you know, it could have been a hell of a lot smoother. But then again, this is coming from Game Freak, the people who actually make the Pokemon games, who actually own the Pokemon franchise. Not Nintendo, Game Freak. So it looks like Game Freak got into a winner there with the Pokemon franchise. But still, for their second Mega Drive game, the first Mega Drive game they made was Magical Troll, which is pretty basic. But for the second Mega Drive game, this game is really full of effects. As you can see, this background here absolutely drives you nuts. And the whole game is full of special graphical effects. None that are really super amazing, but they do look really nice. And considering this game is a Japanese exclusive, it's sort of gets a bit more notice than what it would if it was a worldwide release. Saying that, it did come out on the Sega channel in the States.
Energy repair.
Now you may be wondering, how many levels does this game have? Well, let's just say it's got a lot, over 20. It's got a hell of a lot of levels. And the game is extremely hard as well. You only get like 3 or 4 hits before you die. And the levels do vary. You got some levels which look really nice, some levels which are exciting, and there's quite a lot of dull levels in there as well. The underwater level for existence. The underwater level, for example, is extremely annoying to play and doesn't even look very good. It's sort of like an afterthought, really. But this level's pretty cool. You actually go into a game machine, into the Galaxy Gunner. You actually have to play in the ship up, which is not easy. That's come in handy. I can now dart across the screen because I've got some electrical charge. Normally this has to be gained by running for a certain distance. Now one thing you will notice, this game has a lot of speech, including these news sections.
Due to the efforts of Pulseman, the case was completely solved.
But what is strange is the actual speech in the sound test is a hell of a lot clearer than the speech during the game. Just listen to this.
The head office of the secret organization, Galaxy Gang, has just been destroyed. However, it is unknown if Pulseman was harmed in the explosion with gang boss Watayama. Could this be the end for Pulseman? This just in from RWT Network in Tokyo. Pulseman is alive!
Thank you for playing.
Ah!
Now I have to admit, before I started playing this game, I thought the whole game was actually based underwater. But it's not. Only about 2 levels are, from what I can tell. This is Amok, I presume that's how you pronounce it, from Scavenger's Lemon Team. The Lemon Team are famous, well, Scavenger in general are famous, for trying to push the limits of their consoles in which they work on. In fact, pretty much Sega consoles really. They did a lot of rotation effects on the Mega Drive. They did some very special stuff for the 32X, which never got past the tech demo. And they've done a couple of impressive graphical feats on the Sega Saturn, this being one of them. Another one being Scorcher, which while looking like a futuristic, nice looking racing game, is actually a load of crap to play. Now Amok, on the other hand, plays pretty nice. It's basically a first person shooter. So you control this hybrid crab thing, which can, well, be some sort of crab-looking monster, and also turn into a submarine. Now at the moment we're in the valleys, or the mountains, or whatever, and we're set with a couple of tasks to complete. In this one we have to blow up the main generators and the main base to stop reinforcements coming in. Now of course this game was made before the days of dual analog sticks, so movement is a little bit more difficult than what we'd expect in modern games. So your L and R triggers strafe left and right, and your D-pad moves you forwards and backwards, but pushing diagonally up right or diagonally up left on the D-pad will also move you in the left and right directions as well. As I said, it's a little bit fiddly at first, but you do get used to it. In fact, we probably all were used to it back in the day, but now we're all used to dual analog sticks. Just look at those explosions, they're fantastic, aren't they?
to adjust your age, people want progress with you. I don't recognize that. People want to adjust your age, people want progress with you.
One thing which I did find really strange about this game is the default setting is actually set to hard. Now believe me, even on easy this game is not easy. I'm playing it on easy at the moment. So here we are in LA, I believe. I think it was LA. It said it was. And again, we're set with various tasks. I think we've got to blow up these little domes here. Here we go. Whoa, look at that. So you've got quite a bit of weaponry at your disposal. We've got some nice rocket launchers going on there, missiles, some mines, and you know, your standard weapon, your standard gun. Now, I have read that quite a lot of people don't really like the dark looking graphics, but they sort of suit the game, to be honest. Yeah, it can be a little bit annoying playing it in daylight. You have to play this game in the dark, you know, so you can get the best image on the screen. But yeah, it suits the game really well. Gives it a nice little atmosphere. While the game is nothing too special to play, I did really enjoy it, and like I said, this is probably the first time I've really actually sat down and played this game. And yeah, I found it quite fun. Some of the level designs can be a bit annoying. It is quite easy to get lost, but apart from that, it's a pretty decent game. So if you've got a Sega Saturn and you want something a little bit different, why not try a little bit of Amok? Probably one of the best games for the Sega Saturn from Scavenger. In fact, there's only two, isn't there? This and Scorcher. Scorcher's crap. Now, I'm a big fan of the original Appleseed. Not so much the new, well, I can't really say not so much the new one because I've never watched the new one. Even though there are two of them on Hulu, so I should watch it sometime. But as I said, I'm a big fan of the original Appleseed, so I was really looking forward to this game when it originally came out. Unfortunately, it is complete and utter turd. It's an awful game in all accounts. Now at the beginning of this video, I did mention that this game looks unfinished, and I'll just show you why. So here we go. Let's get our character to a level spot so you can judge her height. This will do under this pipe. Watch this. When you throw a grenade, she changes into a completely different size sprite. Watch this. I'll pause it. Ready? Look at that. She shrunk about bloody 30 centimeters or something. Like now, she now looks like a little kid. Not only when you throw the grenades does she shrink in size, but also when you shoot the gun as well. It's as if the developers just didn't bother to check the sprite size when they were drawing the art. It's terrible. Not to mention she walks like she's shit her pants. And look at this. She's a giant compared to the enemy soldiers. She's meant to be just a normal sized woman. It's bloody terrible. Oh man, stand up so I can judge your side. I'll just kill him. Look at that. Look how big she is compared to the soldiers. It's terrible. It's unbelievable. Oh man, this game is bloody awful. So not only are the sprites the wrong size, and they do change size, the game itself is as monotonous as hell. All you do is walk around these maze-like levels, triggering different switches, trying to figure out where the hell to go with no clue whatsoever, and taking out enemies that like to respawn. Like here for example, where do you go? That's right, throw a grenade on the floor, watch it disappear. Now that's actually pretty obvious compared to some of the other crap you gotta do in this game. Just blow away that switch. Like sometimes the switches don't even stand out, they look like the part of the background. Or items you might have to collect look like the part of the background. You'd never know they were actually items which you had to pick up. Now, I'm pretty sure you gotta pick up that orange thing there, but she's not picking it up. Yeah, I love the way the enemy can shoot diagonal, but you can't. Now, here's another annoying thing. When you're on the elevator or the lift, you can't duck.
Look at that. So you gotta actually get off the thing before you can shoot anyone. Or duck out the way of their bullets, I should say. So between each level you get these lovely cutscenes, and believe me, these are the highlight of the game. These actually do look quite nice. Okay, and let's go into stage 2. We'll change characters this time. Now you may notice that you can choose sub-weapon. Doesn't matter what sub-weapon you choose because they all have the same bloody power. And you can also notice that you can turn off the actual BGM, the background music. I will know why. Because it's bloody awful, that's why. Right, this level which you can see here, I shit you not, I was on this stage for over half an hour trying to figure out where the hell I'm meant to go. It's unbelievably confusing. It's pathetic, and it's massive as well. Look at that. Oh, it wasn't even on the lift then, or elevator, whatever word you want to use. What do I do? Yeah, blow up with a grenade. Oh, can't go that way. Better go and find a switch. Turns out that the switch you got to switch is behind another switch, which you got to switch that, but to get to that switch you got to switch another switch. Yep, that's basically what the entire level is like. But hey, let's look on the bright side. At least this character's sprites aren't bloody mutated and shrink in size whenever he fires his weapon. Another thing I really must point out about this stage is the background graphics actually glitch on it. I don't know if you actually get to see them on this video. I think I didn't bother recording that far into the stage. I just got bored. It was taking up a lot of space on the hard drive. But yeah, the background graphics start to glitch out, and this isn't a copy. This is an official cartridge, brand new as well, may I add. Oh bloody hell, can't go that way. Gotta find another switch. And here we go, one of the later stages. I think this was stage 5. And we're talking hours into the game here. Not because the game is long, but because it's so bloody annoying to control. Now here we got to jump across platforms, and you can't jump from one platform to the other without standing on the bloody end pillar. How about that for annoying? You jump up and it switches screens. That's an elevator there, but we can't go on that one, so we've got to jump across. Yeah, and you've guessed it, if you fall down the hole you die. Now it wouldn't be so bad if the controls were pretty fluid, but they're not. They're stiff as hell, it's terrible. Right, where the hell do I go now? Yeah. Right, of course can't shoot him because he's behind the post. So let's go on the elevator into nowhere. Nope, not going that way. Right, I like the way you went up in a single shaft and then suddenly there appears to be 3 shafts on the elevator. We'll go again, diagonal shooting guy, even though we can't shoot diagonally. I guess we gotta go up here. Where the hell do we go now? Yep. Oh, bloody hell. See, look at that, you can't even... Oh, what? Oh, flippin' heck. Well, what happened to the elevator? Sack of shit.